Hey guys, what's going on? This is AJ170, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install my vape simulator on your guys' avatar. So this is going to be a little bit more involving than my previous things I've released, but it's still nonetheless, it's pretty simple and straightforward, so I'm going to go ahead and guide you guys through everything. So first things first is my avatar is 6'3", the avatar I use. That's how tall it is. Now chances are your avatar is not 6'3", so I am just gonna scale this down and then reset this back to 0. And there we go. So now this avatar is probably like 4 or 5 feet tall, and that will show you guys what you'll need to do if your avatar doesn't line up perfectly with mine. I've tried to make this install as easy as possible. So you want to go to Vape, and you have 4 different prefabs here. You want to click and drag all 4 of these prefabs into the main hierarchy. Do not, I am going to repeat this, do not drag it into your avatar's hierarchy at first. If you do, it will rescale everything and it will mess everything up. You do not want to do that. It will break everything. Release it into the hierarchy first, and then click and drag it. Just like that, and that's it. Now what you need to do is you have smoke contact, smoke breath, and smoke audio. As you can see, they all have a constraint, but there's none. So what I want you to do is go to armature, hips, spine, chest, neck, and head. Your head is what you want to do, so just go ahead and click all 3, so it's highlighted. Click on the head, and then click and drag. Put that into the sources, and then there you go. Now everything should be constrained to your head. Go ahead and just click active or 0 then active to get everything to reset. And then you might need to manually adjust some things. So for example, this contact receiver right here is going to be what makes everything work. This is what interacts with the vape to tell everything to make the vape sound and to do the hit. And as you can see, this is way too big for my avatar. And on top of that, it's all the way down here. I'm not vaping out of my neck, at least not yet anyways. So what we could do is we can just go ahead and add another 0, which is too small now, so change 5, 6. 6 looks pretty good. Now you could do this the proper way and manually adjust the constraints, and that's like the best way to do it. But the way I've been doing it, because I'm pretty lazy, is I'll just move this contact receiver and everything pretty much works fine. I haven't had any issues from doing this yet, but if things aren't lining up when you're moving your head around, try doing it the proper way. But I'm just gonna position this the way I want it. And now, most of the time, because you're in VR and everything isn't going to line up perfectly with your mouth, so I like to just kind of go out a little bit more to kind of give myself like a little bit more of a window to kind of hit in case like I'm a little off or I'm missing. But there we go. That looks pretty good. That's in the spot where I want it to be. So now we can go ahead and take a look at the smoke breath. So we're going to turn this on. Just going to click and highlight both of these. And as you can see, it is like way up there, which we do not want. So I'm just going to 0 out the Y. Bring it down. Actually, I'm going to 0 out the Z and then leave the Y the way it is. It's down. A little off. Click off of this green box here. Click and drag it over to my mouth. And now I kind of want it back a little bit more. Well, actually, no, that looks pretty good. I like that. I think that looks good on this avatar and the sizing of it. I think it could be moved over just a tad bit. Like that. And there we go. That looks pretty good to me. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go back up to smoke breath, turn it off. Now, the audio source doesn't really matter where it is. I mean, I basically have this set up as world audio. I'm not really good at setting up audio sources, so pretty much everybody in the world is going to hear this. If you're good at setting up audio settings and stuff, go ahead and feel free to change this and make it more proper. But otherwise, then you don't really have to touch audio. Just make sure it's connected to your body so it at least follows you around. And that's everything we have to do. Actually, no, there's one more thing. Go to pickup, open up Sophia's hand tracker, pickup holder, item 1, container 1, and just keep going down. But you want to highlight container, turn it on. Now, do not move your vape from this location. So I'm going to go ahead and disable my avatar. But if you move this vape around, this will not work properly because one of the items up here is what makes everything holdable and it's what connects everything. So just don't mess with anything in here. The only thing you're going to want to mess with is the radius of the VRC contact sender. That is it. That is the only thing you want to mess with. Or maybe the size. You can mess with the size too, since this is made for a model that's 6'3". But you want to make sure everything stays where it's at. So if you're going to resize this, what I would highly recommend doing is right-clicking on Put Item in here, create a 3D object, and then let's just create a cube. And then now I'm going to resize the cube, make it nice and small. And now that should be, hold on, yeah, this right here should be the exact grab point, is about right here. It's either going to be here or it's going to be a little bit lower. I'm pretty sure it's like right in the middle of this. So now what we can do is we can go up to our vape, and we can resize this, because we want to make sure it stays within the grabbable area. As you can see, it's staying within the grabbable area, so everything is fine. Sometimes when you resize things, it might move it around depending on how you have your center and pivot set, so that's why I recommend making a cube so you can visually verify that it is not moving in an unintended way. And then when you're done, simply delete the cube, go back, oh wait, said in case we want to make this smaller, because it's kind of big by default. Let's just, actually no, I don't think we need another 0. I'm just going to go down to 5, 4. Yeah, I think 4 looks pretty good. I'm just going to leave it like this at 4. And then we're going to go back up to container, disable it, and then we can enable our avatar. And we are done. Actually, we're not. We're done with everything involved in here. Now we need to install the FX, need to install the menu, and then we also need to install the Sophia system as well. So you're going to want to go up to VR Labs, Avatar 3.0 Manager, click and drag your avatar in, go down to FX, add animator on merge, and then we can just click and drag Vape FX into here, and then merge on current. Then we can add another animator on merge, click on the little bullseye target, and then we can type in item, and then if your write dynamics are either on or off, in case you guys don't know what write dynamics are, I can show that to you. These are your write dynamics. The vape by default is write dynamics on. I am not sure if this is compatible with write dynamics off. It should be. There's no reason why it shouldn't, but I just use set WD on for all of my avatars. But as a disclaimer, that is the most unoptimized way to do it. It's more optimized to do set WD off. But you need to know for a fact if you're using WD on or off for your avatar for this next step. I'm clearly using on for this avatar specifically. So then I'm going to go to add animator on merge, bullseye target, and I'm going to type in WD on. And then what we want to do is we want to pick up the item 1 tracker, because this is only 1 item tracking. This is for 2 items, 3 items, 4 items, and 5 items. So we are just going to do WD on FX. Go ahead and close out of that. Merge on current. And there we go. That is now merged. We are done merging FX things. Now what we need to do is merge the parameters. So we can go down to parameters, and then parameters to copy, and then you want the parameter that is not spelt properly. That is for the item 1 tracking. You can verify by looking at the bottom here. It should say assets and Sophia's pickup, and then 1 item system here. So we can go ahead and click on that, copy parameters, and then we are almost done. The last step is to go to your avatar, scroll down to your menu, and then just click and drag the vape menu in, or you can simply add a toggle. It would just be add control, submenu, then you drag the vape menu into the submenu, and there you go. That's how you add a button to lead to this menu in case you already have a menu system set up. But if you don't have a menu system, there you guys go. So now we are completely done. We are good to upload the model, and that is basically it. If you guys have any trouble installing this, please feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I won't hesitate to get back to you. So far, I've normally gotten back to everybody within 30 minutes of them contacting me. We go into a call, I help them install it, and then everything works fine. Typically, the issues I've been running into so far is either a step is skipped, or somebody didn't install all of the prerequisites that are inside of the description. But that's going to be about it for this video, guys. This is AJ170 signing out. See you guys next time.